Hi everyone, Justine Froelker here, and it's Faith Wrestle Friday. Today we're going to talk about Mark 4. Literally right now, one of my favorite chapters of the Bible, literally, and there's multiple pieces to it that I'm going to talk about, so it's probably going to be 2 videos. So today we're going to talk about that seed. Shall we? Let's get to it. All right, Faith Wrestle Friday, Mark 4. There's so much in this when Jesus talks about the parable of the sower, Mark 4, verse 13. But then when you go down to verse 18, still others are the seed tossed among the weeds and the brambles. The word has reached them, but the things of this life, the worries, the drive for more and more, the desire for other things, those things cluster around and close and choke the life of God out of them until they cannot produce. I am constantly, it seems like, saying the prayer, zoom out, Justine, zoom out, Justine. Because for me, I'm that seed that is easily thrown amongst the weeds and the brambles. I feel like I have decent soil. I do the work to allow the seed to grow, and then my eyes get taken off the prize, which is just eternity with Jesus, really. And I get swept up in the things in this world. I have to be in this world, but I get swept up in the of the world part. So in the voice translation in verse 19, Mark 4:19, but the things of this life, the worries. Oh my gosh, how often are you worrying? How much am I worrying about? Is my work going to reach the people who need it the most? Is this ever going to grow? Are my books going to sell? Am I going to have to go back to a 9-to-5 job? Are we going to have to sell that house? Worrying about what people think about me, worrying about how this new series is going to be received, worrying about if I'm going to lose followers, the worries of this world, worrying about my health, worrying about my aging parents, worry. The drive for more and more. Oh, good Lord, do we even need to go there for me? I am such a freaking doer. It's not even funny. I literally was messaging my soul sister, my Christ sister, my once surrogate, my chosen family. Good Lord. Michelle's going to be on an episode of this one day. But and I was like, what if something is wrong with me? What if I'm a bad person and all of these wants and these desires, I can't ever turn it over to him? What if that's true? What if the drive for more and more and the desire for other things are always going to close and choke out the life of God? And of course, she preached to me and ministered to my heart, because that's our humanness, and it's probably a little bit of the enemy lying to me and filling my head with lies and things like this. But if you keep reading, verse 20, but those last seeds, those sown into good soil, those people hear the word, accept it, meditate on it, act on it, and bear fruit. A crop 30, 60, or 100 times larger than the farmer dropped to the earth. In my notes in here, in this world, not of it. And I write, he is enough. But take note of those action words that are in the Bible. They're in right there in verse 20. They hear the word. We hear it. We don't just read it. We hear it. We receive it. Accept it is next. We receive it. We accept it. The truth is here. Yeah, it's old and shit. I don't know how to make sense of most of it. That's why I'm so grateful that you're willing to wrestle with me through it. But also for all of the other teachers that I have in my life to help me understand it. I must accept it. Meditate on it. In service this last weekend, Pastor Greg said he had heard from another pastor that if you can worry, you can meditate on the word. You know how to worry, you can meditate. That's such a good point. Seriously, meditate on the word. But of course, my favorite is act on it. Again, he didn't make us robots. Act on it. How can I live forth the word? How can I live forth his teachings? How can I love well? How can I wrestle with honesty and trust and faith? What does that look like? And part of that is being willing to have these conversations and be ridiculed and judged and criticized for them, but act on it. And I'm going to turn on it to the word, and I know it will bear fruit. It may not be the fruit I want, or it sure as hell will not be in my timeline, because I am super impatient. Most of my patience was spending a year of my life in a body cast in high school. I just am not a super patient person. It's one of my constant prayers. So, what worries, drive, or desires are choking out the life of God in your life? And how can you hear the word, accept it, meditate, and act on it? I don't know. I'll be here next week doing all of the above. And talking more about Mark.But, because dang, this chapter is my life right now. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I don't really want this to be a monologue. Is anybody out there? All right. Thanks for being here. Make sure you subscribe. Click notifications if you never want to miss Take Care Tuesday, Therapy Thursday, or Faith Wrestle Friday. Please, of course, like and share this if you feel called. It helps very much. Thanks for being here, and I will see you next week.